The revolution will not be televised. The revolution will be live.
Greetings, my fellow warriors, but Meckanimal, and today we're going to learn the 3 levels of explosiveness that you need in the pull-up to be successful in calisthenics. And you need to be explosive in calisthenics, especially in the pulling aspect of it, to be able to master skills like the muscle up, and also to be able to achieve the absolute level of strength in the pulling, and specifically the weighted pull-up. And it's because to be able to develop force, absolute force, is a mix, the product of acceleration and mass. So you can achieve that absolute power by progressively overload the mass, or by increasing your acceleration, or use the best of both worlds, progressively increase the acceleration and progressively increasing the load. And to train acceleration, you need to train in the most explosive way. Thus, I'm going to show you today the 3 levels of explosiveness that you need in the pull-up. Consider them as progressions to be able to get the highest level of explosion, which will be the hardest variation of the explosive pull-up that I'm going to show you guys today. So that being said, I'm going to start with the highest level of explosion, the hardest of all of them, for efficiency purpose in this video, so that obviously I'm going to get tired along the showcase of all these. So first we're going to start with the most intense one, the highest level, which will be pulling to anything below your sternum. That means sternum to the hip level. That's the highest level of pull-up that you can achieve eventually as you build up from beginner to intermediate and advanced. The second best will be pulling to your chest, meaning anything from the the upper chest to the middle chest. That's the second level of explosion that you want to be aiming. Obviously, the lower chest being the ultimate goal that you want, and for anything from the sternum to the hip pull will be the ultimate level to achieve. And the least explosive one that any beginner should be aiming to achieve will be to get the chin over the bar. And as a full beginner who has no background in calisthenics, it's hard to be explosive. So being able to achieve acceleration from the bottom range to the chin is a big achievement on its own already. And obviously, as you get past the chin, you can you can aim to the collarbone. So anything from the chin to be able to touch a collarbone will be the level of explosion that a beginner should be aspiring to achieve, whenever they start training. So you have the first level of explosion, or the first level of explosive pull-up that you want to achieve, which will be anything from the sternum to the hip. And it is achieved by hanging on the bar and pulling to the cheese, pulling to the hip. So this is the highest as of now that I can achieve. I have it around my umbilical cord right there, and sometime when I'm freshening out, I can pull it all the way to my hip. The next level will be anything upper chest to lower chest. Right here, upper chest, lower chest, upper chest, lower chest. So that's the second level of explosion, and the very least, the weakest version of explosion will be anything to your chin and your collarbone. Chin, collarbone, collarbone. So those are the 3-level explosion that you need in calisthenics to be successful. And for beginners, just focus on clearing your chin over the bar as fast and explosive as possible. The time you take from the dead hang to the destination is what determines the acceleration. So you're gonna tend to be slow at the beginning, which is okay. Eventually you get faster and faster, and you aim for the next progression, which will be anything top chest, lower chest. And as you get really good, you can aim to anything below your sternum, to the umbilical cord, or your hip eventually. So that's that. Hopefully it was useful. Everything is and will always be the Meckanimal way. Like, comment, and subscribe, and peace.
The revolution will not be televised. The revolution will be live.